Alright, so I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet. The title of the video, compete. And I know last video I was talking about, the reason why Vegeta's weaker than Goku is because, he's always in competition with Goku. He tries to be. That's not the type of competing I mean. The type of competing I mean is healthier. You're not basing your success on somebody else. That's not what I mean. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't even mean it in a way like, oh, don't compete with others, compete with yourself. Me versus me. Cause like I don't like throwing that around because it's like, why would you ever be against yourself? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, you're just trying to achieve the highest level that you can. You're trying to do better every time, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're against yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that, terminology, me versus me. And I think I've used it before, but now that I think about it, it's like, nah, I don't have competition. Like, competition is healthy, especially for guys. For men, like, your testosterone boosts, I feel like. That's probably bro science. I'm probably capping right now. But I've just noticed, like, for example, I'm going to give you guys a quick story time. When I moved back to New Mexico, like, I used to live out in New Mexico for a while when I was younger. And so I used to box when I was like 13 years old or like 12. I started boxing. And like I stayed with it for like a certain amount of years. I was pretty nice and whatever, and then I moved, and then 2 years ago I moved like back, or 2 or 3 years ago I moved back, and I started. And at first I didn't box. Like half, I think I only stayed for like a year, and so like half of that year I didn't box. I was and I was a simp. I mean, I was working out and I was hooping and stuff, but like there was a different type of, like, I was a different person when I started boxing. Like, I was messing with this one girl and it didn't work out because, I was a simp, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't thinking, but like when I started boxing, like, I completely changed. Like, again, when I started boxing again with my coach, like, it was crazy. And so, like, it was just a different type of energy. And it's like, because I'm competing against other people. And also, I was like older than, like, the other students or the other boxers. So I had to set an example. I had to be like, So, anyways, yeah, competing is like, you have to, is like, I don't know how to explain it.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's like this, now that I think about it. Iron sharpens iron, you know what I'm saying? You're not competing, but you're just like, you're trying to be the best. Not trying to, you're being the best. And you keep on being the best, you keep on being the best. Even if it's against other people, that's why you gotta surround yourself against people that are greater than you, or are like moving with you. You know what I'm saying? If you're the best one in the room, then you're not in the right room. If you're the smartest one in the room, you're not in the right room. So I ran 4 miles today, and I don't recommend that for anybody, especially if you're just starting. Don't do that, because I almost cried, like, on the treadmill. But the reason why I did that was because I get on the treadmill and I'm running, boom boom boom, and I'm running, and it's like packed, right? And then I would say there's like 5 people, including me. And so, like, one lady gets off. And then, I'm just like jogging. And then, like, a guy gets off. And then the guy right next to me got off. Then the old man got off. Like, he was next to me too. And I'm like, all right, I got space. And then it was down to, like, me and the guy that started. And he was running for a while. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, let me see how far I can go. I'm like, I'm gonna stay. I was like, I'm gonna stay on, and I'm not gonna get off before him. And now I'm already like at a mile, so I'm like, I get to like 1.5 miles, and I'm running, and that's like light work for me. Like, I'm used to running. Like, I've ran since I was little. You know what I'm saying? So, not competitively, but I just always loved to run. Like, I didn't do track and field or anything when I was younger, because we didn't have like money for me to be in sports and stuff. But yeah, I used to run a lot. I used to race against kids, like, in school all the time. Like, I just used to love to run. Like, there was like a peacefulness when I would run. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, when I was so yeah, I'm running. I'm not like sprinting or anything. It's a calm jog. Oh, and I even made it to the point where, like, I matched his pace. I know it sounds kind of crazy, like psychotic, but like, I'm just really competitive. And so, like, I was just like, you know what, like, I'm not gonna get off before him. Like, even though he started before me, like, I'm not gonna get off before him. There's no way. Like, I'm not, like, it was like that Will Smith mentality. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about, like, either you're getting off first or I'm gonna die. Like, I instantly got into that mode. Like, you're gonna get off before me or I'm gonna die. And so, like, I'm not tired though. Like, obviously, like, it's only a mile and a half, so I'm just running. But, like, once I got to, like, the second mile, I didn't start to get tired because, like, you know how, like, I'm not, like, breathing from my mouth. I'm just, like, breathing from my nose, you know. But, like, my mind starts keeping. I'm like, damn, you know, you've been running for a little bit. You know, like, those little, you know, whatever. The little Jeffries in your brain. And so, and the guy's still on. But eventually he gets off. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, he got off. And I was like, you know what? But he was on before me. So I gotta prove to myself, like, I'm gonna go as far as I can. And I could, well, not as far as I can, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just keep on running because he stayed on before me. I wanna keep on running until I feel satisfied enough to where I'm like, you know what, yeah, I did good. You know what I'm saying? So the guy eventually got off and I'm just running, and it hit like 2 miles in like, it was like 2 miles in like 23 minutes or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know why, I thought that was slow in my mind. Like, I was like, oh, that's kind of slow. And so I put it faster and whatever. And basically, I did like the 4 miles in 32 minutes. And yeah, I was like tired. And so I tried to do like my leg day. I did like 2 workouts for legs. But then I felt like throwing up. Like, I ended up feeling like throwing up and stuff like that. And like, you know, I was like, all right, like, that's it. Cause, you know, you don't, and this is another thing too, but like, don't push yourself to where, you know, a lot of people like to think like, oh, like, yeah, I pushed so hard, I like threw up, and, you know, I almost fainted. And it's like that's a good thing. Like, that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that means you went too hard. And honestly, people that work out like that never maintain going out. That makes them inconsistent because they want results so fast that they work like hard to get those results. And it's like, then it's like, I mean, yeah, it's effective, it's quick. Like, if let's say like with willpower you keep on doing it, like, yeah, you will get results, but it's like you won't maintain that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I realized this, 'cause I was one of those people. That's why I'm saying that. Like, I would work out till I threw up and stuff like that. Especially like even in boxing times. But it's different because I had a trainer, I had like a motivator. You know what I'm saying? But when you're on your own, like, there's no way you could sustain that. But and boxing was a whole different situation because my mind was like, I wanted to go to the Olympics. That was like my goal in boxing, was to go to the Olympics. So I was thinking like, if it's like I'm not competing against people in my county or people in my state or even people in my country. Like, I'm competing against the world. Like, I could be boxing. Somebody in freaking Cuba could be like preparing for a fight for me in my weight class right now, and they could be nice. So, you know, I always kept that in mind when I was training. Like, somebody in the world is training right now to beat me. And that's why I never slacked off. And so, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Compete, man. Compete. Iron sharpens iron. Even your mindset. If you have that imaginary person, like, yo, like, they're training, they're doing this, you know, I gotta get on my stuff. I can't slack because, you know, like, yo, I'm telling you, that'll make you do things. You'll move mountains. So compete. What was that phrase that I said that I made up again? I completely forgot. Compete, don't compare. Or we don't compare, we compete. Damn, I don't remember what I said. But yeah, you know, that's what's gonna separate you from people, and that's how you make sure you make separation. That's how people break records. So you know, weaker-minded people are like, don't compete, be humble, you know, sit in modesty and relax, and, you know, it's okay to be weak, it's okay to show weakness, and it's okay to, like, nah, forget that. I mean, there's times to be humble, there's times to, but when it comes to what you want and you know you want to be great, that's not the time for that. You separate yourself. People are gonna think you're weird. People think I'm weird. People are like, you know, he doesn't want to go out. He doesn't think like he's weird. He's weird. He don't go out to clubs. Why doesn't he want to hang out with us? People that are close to me. People don't think I'm normal, and that's fine because I'm separating myself. I want to be great. You know how many times I've been invited to places and I can't go? Like, I literally can't go because I have a vision. And it's not even to brag, like, oh, like, it's not to talk about, like, oh, like to be big-headed or, like, to be like, yeah, like, I've been waiting for this moment to get on the ground so I could tell people, no, it's not that. Like, sometimes I do want to go, but I know that there's something greater than myself that I have to do and I just can't sacrifice that for a quick night to go out with friends. You know what I'm saying? It's not you against yourself. Have the mentality is you against the world. You know what I'm saying? That's a way better mentality to have than me versus me. Because at the end of the day, you is all you got. And strong-minded people know this. And obviously, I know there's successful people. I know Kevin Hart was saying something like that. Like, I don't worry about nobody else. I don't worry about nobody else. It's just me versus me. And what he meant by that was that he's not focused on what other people are doing because he's just trying to better himself. And I understand that. But even the phrase "me versus me," like that wording, words are powerful. That wording, "me versus me," is implying you against yourself. So I don't like. I know what he's trying to say, and I agree with him. Like, don't be focused on what other people are doing, focus on you. But the me versus me mentality, like, nah, it's me against the world. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, guys, basically, I'm done ranting. This is a little different. It's a short, quick video. And, yeah, peace and love. Like, subscribe, you know. You already know what to do. Share, post, comment, notification. I don't even know if that does anything. But if it does, you already know what to do. So, I trust in you. And yeah, even though I skipped leg day, I gotta do it tomorrow. Tomorrow was supposed to be my calisthenics workout, but I couldn't, so you know, I can't slack. Never slack on legs. That's the message for today. Peace.